Hey friends, welcome to Sleepy Time Stories. Here, we tell amazing stories from history in a calm and cozy way, perfect for winding down anytime, anywhere. Before we jump in, tell me in the comments what you're up to while listening. Are you snuggled in bed, sipping your favorite drink, or just taking a quiet moment to yourself? I love hearing how you enjoy these stories, so get comfy, relax, and let's go on another gentle journey through time together. In this video, we'll explore the captivating world of Hindu gods and goddesses known for their rich stories and deep symbolism. These deities include Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, Shiva, the destroyer, as well as goddesses like Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Parvati. Each holds unique powers and lessons that have inspired millions for thousands of years. Join us as we journey through their myths and discover the timeless wisdom they offer. Long before time began and the world took shape, there was only the vast infinite void, an endless silence pregnant with possibility. From this boundless emptiness emerged Brahman, the supreme reality beyond form and thought. It is said that from Brahman's eternal essence came the sacred sound Om, the vibration that set the cosmos into motion. From this cosmic vibration rose the divine trinity of Hinduism. Brahma, the creator, shaped the universe with his four faces embodying knowledge and wisdom. Vishnu, the preserver, maintains balance by incarnating in various forms whenever the cosmic order or dharma is threatened. Shiva, the destroyer, performs the fierce 10-Deva dance, clearing away destruction to allow renewal and spiritual transformation. These three gods represent the endless cycle of creation, preservation, and destruction that governs all existence. Their dance is not one of chaos, but of harmony, a divine rhythm that pulses through every part of life and being. It is in this eternal cosmic dance that the universe breathes and evolves. In the stories to come, we will journey deeper into the lives and legends of these gods, and also the powerful goddesses like Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, and Parvati, the goddess of love and devotion. Together, their tales reveal profound truths about life, the universe, and the human spirit. In the beginning, after the cosmic sound Om awakened the universe, there was still formless chaos. From the primordial waters emerged a golden egg known as Hiranyagarbha, the womb of creation. Inside this cosmic egg, Brahma was born. He opened his eyes to see the endless expanse and felt the divine urge to create worlds and beings. With four faces, each gazing in different directions, Brahma symbolized knowledge of the past, present, future, and the unseen. Using his divine powers, he shaped the heavens, the earth, the seas, and all living creatures. Yet, Brahma's creation was only the beginning of a grand cycle, for the universe needed balance and care. Thus, Vishnu and Shiva took their roles to preserve and transform creation. Brahma's birth marks the dawn of time and the unfolding of life's endless tapestry, woven through Hindu cosmology. This sacred story teaches that creation is a continuous process born from mystery and divine will, inviting us to see the world as a living miracle ever in motion. Vishnu, the preserver, is known for his compassion and duty to maintain balance in the universe. Whenever chaos and evil threaten to overwhelm the world, Vishnu descends from his heavenly abode in one of his many avatars or incarnations. Each avatar appears with a specific purpose: to restore dharma, the cosmic order, and righteousness. Among the most famous are Rama, the noble prince and hero of the Ramayana, who exemplifies virtue and justice; Krishna, the divine cowherd and philosopher who guided warriors and taught profound spiritual truths; and the boar Varaha, who rescued the earth from cosmic waters. These avatars remind us that divine intervention takes many forms, always tailored to the needs of the time. Vishnu's role teaches that preservation is an active force requiring courage, wisdom, and compassion. Through his avatars, the eternal struggle between good and evil unfolds, inspiring humanity to uphold truth and harmony even in the darkest moments. Shiva, the destroyer, holds a complex and powerful role within the Hindu trinity. Far from mere annihilation, Shiva's destruction is a sacred act that clears the path for renewal and transformation. His cosmic dance, the 10-Deva, is fierce and mesmerizing, an eternal rhythm that embodies the cycles of creation, preservation, and dissolution. As Shiva dances atop a fiery ring, he balances creation and destruction with perfect harmony, reminding us that endings are necessary for new beginnings, often depicted with matted hair, a crescent moon, and the river Ganges flowing from his locks. Shiva embodies both ascetic detachment and passionate energy. His third eye symbolizes higher wisdom and the power to see beyond illusion. Through his dance, Shiva teaches the impermanence of all things and invites devotees to embrace change as part of life's spiritual journey. His fierce compassion and transformative power inspire both fear and deep reverence across millennia of belief. In Hindu mythology, the goddesses hold a vital and powerful place, embodying wisdom, prosperity, and love. Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge and arts, is often depicted with a veena in her hands, symbolizing the harmony of creative expression and intellect. She inspires learning and clarity of mind, guiding seekers on the path of enlightenment. Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and fortune, radiates abundance and generosity. Her blessings bring prosperity not only in material riches, but in spiritual growth and contentment. Parvati, the goddess of love, devotion, and strength, represents the nurturing and transformative power of the divine feminine. She is both gentle and fierce, embodying compassion as well as the courage to overcome obstacles. Together, these goddesses complement the male trinity, balancing creation with wisdom, preservation with prosperity, and destruction with renewal through love. Their stories reveal the multifaceted nature of the divine and invite us to embrace both strength and tenderness in our own lives. Rama and Krishna are two of the most beloved avatars of Vishnu, each with stories rich in adventure, morality, and divine guidance. Rama, the Prince of Ayodhya, is celebrated for his unwavering commitment to Dharma despite facing exile, hardship, and battles against evil. His epic journey in the Ramayana teaches honor, loyalty, and the triumph of good over darkness. Krishna's tales in the Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita blend playful mischief with profound wisdom. As a divine charioteer, Krishna guides the warrior Arjuna through moral dilemmas and the complexities of life. His teachings emphasize duty, devotion, and the eternal soul beyond physical existence. Both avatars inspire millions with their courage, compassion, and timeless lessons, reminding us that the divine walks among us in many forms to protect and uplift humanity. Hinduism is rich with symbols and rituals that connect devotees to the divine and the cosmic order. One of the most sacred symbols is Om, the primordial sound representing the universe's essence and the vibration of creation. The lotus flower, often seen in the hands of gods and goddesses, symbolizes purity and spiritual awakening rising, unstained from muddy waters. The trident or trishula carried by Shiva represents the three fundamental aspects of existence: creation, preservation, and destruction. Rituals such as puja involve offerings of flowers, incense, and food to deities, creating a bridge between the human and divine realms. Festivals like Diwali and Holi celebrate light over darkness and the joyous arrival of spring, infusing daily life with spiritual meaning. These symbols and practices deepen the relationship between worshippers and the gods, reminding all of the sacred rhythms that pulse through the universe and our lives. In Hindu cosmology, time is seen as cyclical rather than linear, unfolding in vast epochs called yugas. These cycles represent the rise and fall of righteousness and morality in the world. The four main yugas, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dvapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga, each mark a gradual decline in virtue and spiritual clarity. Satya Yuga is the age of truth and purity when humanity lived in harmony with the divine. As time passes through Treta and Dvapara Yugas, righteousness diminishes and challenges increase. Kali Yuga, the age we are believed to be in now, is marked by conflict, ignorance, and strife, but it also holds the potential for great spiritual awakening through devotion and knowledge. This cosmic view of time emphasizes the eternal cycles of creation and destruction, reminding us that darkness is never permanent and light will always return. The yugas invite reflection on our place within these vast rhythms and inspire hope for renewal. Even in difficult times, temples in Hinduism are not just places of worship, but living embodiments of divine energy and cosmic order. Each temple is designed with intricate symbolism reflecting the universe's structure and the journey of the soul toward enlightenment. Pilgrimage to sacred sites is a central practice, seen as a way to purify the mind and body and deepen one's connection with the gods. Places like Varanasi on the banks of the Ganges, Rameswaram, and Tirupati attract millions of devotees each year. These sites often have rich histories tied to myths, miracles, and divine manifestations. Rituals performed at temples from daily prayers to grand festivals create a sacred rhythm that ties communities to their spiritual heritage. The journey to a temple or holy place is both physical and metaphorical, representing the seeker's path from the mundane to the divine. Through these sacred spaces, worshippers find solace, inspiration, and the timeless presence of the gods in their lives. Diwali, also known as the Festival of Lights, is one of the most vibrant and widely celebrated festivals in Hinduism. It marks the victory of light over darkness and good over evil. The festival commemorates various legends depending on the region, including Lord Rama's return to Ayodhya after defeating the demon king Ravana, and the goddess Lakshmi's blessing of wealth and prosperity. During Diwali, homes and temples are adorned with oil lamps and colorful rangoli designs to welcome divine blessings. Families come together to share sweets, perform prayers, and ignite fireworks that light up the night sky. Diwali's deeper meaning reflects the spiritual journey of dispelling ignorance and awakening inner light. It invites everyone to embrace hope, renewal, and the joyous celebration of life's triumphs amidst challenges. This festival's radiant energy has inspired millions to seek enlightenment and harmony in their hearts and communities. Karma is the fundamental law of cause and effect in Hindu philosophy. It teaches that every action has consequences that shape one's present and future lives. Good deeds lead to positive outcomes while harmful actions bring challenges and suffering. This law of moral causality is closely linked with the belief in reincarnation, where the soul undergoes a cycle of births and rebirths called samsara. The soul's journey continues until it achieves moksha, liberation from this endless cycle. Moksha represents union with the divine and freedom from all earthly suffering and illusion. Understanding karma encourages ethical living, compassion, and mindfulness. It reminds us that our choices today echo across lifetimes, and that spiritual growth is a gradual process. This belief offers hope that no matter the hardships faced now, there is always potential for renewal and enlightenment in the cosmic dance of existence. The Ramayana and Mahabharata are two of the greatest epics in Hindu literature, weaving stories of heroism, morality, and divine intervention. The Ramayana tells the tale of Prince Rama's quest to rescue his wife Sita from the demon king Ravana, highlighting themes of duty, honor, and devotion. It portrays the ideal human and ruler, inspiring generations with its lessons on righteousness and sacrifice. The Mahabharata, far more expansive, chronicles the conflict between the Pandavas and Kauravas, culminating in the epic battle of Kurukshetra. Within it lies the Bhagavad Gita, a sacred dialogue between Prince Arjuna and Krishna that explores duty, righteousness, and the nature of reality. These epics are not merely stories, but spiritual guides that teach complex truths about life, dharma, and the human condition. Their timeless wisdom continues to shape the values and beliefs of millions around the world. The Bhagavad Gita, often called simply the Gita, is a sacred scripture within the Mahabharata and a cornerstone of Hindu philosophy. It presents a profound dialogue between Prince Arjuna and his charioteer Krishna, who reveals divine wisdom in the midst of the battlefield. Arjuna faces a moral crisis about fighting in a war against his own kin, and Krishna teaches him about duty, righteousness, and the nature of the self. The Gita explains concepts such as karma yoga, the path of selfless action, bhakti yoga, devotion, and jnana yoga, knowledge, offering a spiritual framework that balances action with inner peace. Its teachings encourage living a life of integrity, compassion, and spiritual awareness regardless of circumstance. The Bhagavad Gita's timeless message has inspired seekers of all backgrounds, guiding them through life's challenges with courage and clarity. Holi, the festival of colors, is a joyful celebration marking the arrival of spring and the victory of good over evil. During Holi, people throw vibrant powders and splash colored water in playful revelry, symbolizing unity, renewal, and the breaking of social barriers. The festival also honors the legend of Prahlad's devotion overcoming his evil father Hiranyakashipu, a story of faith and divine protection. Navratri, meaning 9 nights, is a festival dedicated to the goddess Durga and her many forms. Devotees observe fasting, prayers, and dances celebrating the triumph of the goddess over the demon Mahishasura. Navratri is a time to honor feminine power, courage, and transformation. Both festivals invite participants to connect with divine energy, celebrate life cycles, and renew their spiritual commitment through joy and devotion. Advaita Vedanta is a profound school of Hindu philosophy that teaches the essential oneness of all existence. The term Advaita means not two, emphasizing that the individual soul Atman and the ultimate reality Brahman are fundamentally the same. According to this philosophy, the perception of separation and duality is an illusion called Maya. Liberation or moksha is achieved by realizing this unity and transcending the false distinctions of the material world. Advaita Vedanta encourages deep self-inquiry, meditation, and the study of sacred texts to awaken to one's true nature beyond body and mind. This non-dual perspective invites seekers to experience peace, freedom, and infinite consciousness by recognizing that all life is interconnected and divine. It remains one of the most influential and inspiring teachings in Hindu thought. Yoga and meditation are essential practices in Hindu spirituality that guide individuals towards self-realization and union with the divine. Yoga, meaning union, encompasses physical postures, breath control, and ethical living aimed at harmonizing body, mind, and spirit. Meditation cultivates inner stillness and awareness, helping practitioners transcend the distractions of the external world. Together, these practices prepare the seeker to experience deeper states of consciousness and connect with their true self beyond the ego. Various paths of yoga, such as bhakti devotion, karma action, jnana knowledge, and raja meditation, offer diverse ways to approach spiritual growth. Rooted in ancient scriptures like the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, these disciplines have inspired millions to find balance, peace, and enlightenment in their lives. Through yoga and meditation, the eternal teachings of Hinduism become living experience, transforming everyday moments into sacred ones. Shiva, known as the Lord of Meditation and Transformation, is surrounded by countless mystical tales that reveal his complex nature and deep connection with his devotees. One famous story tells of the hunter Arjuna who unknowingly worshipped Shiva in disguise and was blessed with divine powers. Another tale speaks of Shiva's compassion for the demon king Ravana, who despite his flaws was a devoted follower. Shiva's devotees often experience intense spiritual awakenings through devotion, music, and dance inspired by his Tandava. His stories highlight themes of forgiveness, the power of surrender, and the possibility of transformation even for the most troubled souls. Across centuries, Shiva's presence has inspired artists, saints, and seekers, reminding all that true devotion transcends appearances and leads to profound inner change. Shiva's third eye is a powerful symbol of spiritual insight and higher consciousness. Unlike the physical eyes that perceive the material world, the third eye sees beyond illusion and ignorance, representing wisdom that can destroy evil and falsehood. When Shiva opens this eye, it unleashes transformative energy, capable of burning away negativity and paving the way for renewal. The serpent coiled around Shiva's neck symbolizes both the cyclical nature of time and the dormant spiritual energy known as Kundalini. The serpent signifies control over primal forces and the awakening of inner power. Together, the third eye and serpent embody Shiva's mastery over destruction and creation, reminding devotees of the importance of inner vision and disciplined energy in the spiritual path. These symbols inspire seekers to awaken their own consciousness and transcend limitations. Durga and Kali are powerful manifestations of the divine feminine energy known as Shakti. Durga, often depicted riding a lion or tiger and wielding many weapons, symbolizes strength, protection, and righteous fury against evil forces. She embodies the fierce compassion that defends the universe from darkness and restores balance. Kali, a more intense and fearsome form, represents the destruction of ego and the transformative power of time and death, with her dark skin, wild hair, and necklace of skulls. Kali challenges devotees to confront their deepest fears and attachments. Together, these goddesses show that the divine feminine is both nurturing and formidable, capable of creation and destruction. Their stories inspire courage and devotion, reminding us that embracing all aspects of ourselves leads to spiritual liberation. Navratri, meaning 9 nights, is a vibrant festival dedicated to honoring the divine feminine in her many forms, especially Goddess Durga. During these 9 days, devotees engage in fasting, prayer, dance, and music to celebrate the victory of good over evil. Each night is devoted to a different manifestation of the goddess, reflecting qualities like courage, wisdom, compassion, and power. The festival culminates in Dussehra, symbolizing the triumph of Durga over the demon Mahishasura, and in some regions, the victory of Lord Rama over Ravana. Navratri is not just a celebration, but a time of spiritual renewal, where devotees seek the goddess's blessings for strength and guidance. Through rituals and joyous gatherings, Navratri connects communities to their heritage and the timeless energy of Shakti that flows within all beings. Hindu mythology has deeply influenced the art and literature of the Indian subcontinent. For thousands of years, temples, sculptures, paintings, and dance performances often depict scenes from the epics like the Ramayana and Mahabharata, as well as stories of gods and goddesses. These artistic expressions serve as both religious devotion and storytelling mediums that bring ancient myths to life. Classical literature, poetry, and theater also draw inspiration from divine narratives, exploring complex themes of morality, love, duty, and cosmic order through vibrant colors, intricate details, and symbolic gestures. Hindu art invites viewers into a world where the sacred and the everyday intertwine. This rich tradition preserves cultural heritage and provides a window into the spiritual imagination of millions, allowing mythology to remain a living, breathing force in contemporary life. Hindu mythology has extended its reach far beyond the borders of India, influencing cultures and spiritual traditions across Asia and the world. Ancient trade routes and cultural exchanges spread Hindu gods, stories, and rituals to countries like Nepal, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Cambodia, and Thailand, where they were adapted and woven into local beliefs. The iconic Hindu epics and deities inspired magnificent temples such as Angkor Wat in Cambodia and Borobudur in Indonesia. In modern times, Hindu philosophy and mythology have attracted global attention, influencing Western art, literature, yoga, and spirituality. Concepts like karma, reincarnation, and meditation have become part of worldwide spiritual discourse. The enduring power of Hindu mythology lies in its universal themes of good versus evil, creation and destruction, and the quest for self-realization. Resonating with seekers everywhere and bridging cultural divides, the foundation of Hindu knowledge and spirituality rests upon its sacred texts, each offering unique insights into the divine and the cosmos. The Vedas, the oldest and most revered scriptures, contain hymns, rituals, and philosophical teachings composed thousands of years ago. They serve as the spiritual backbone, guiding ancient practices and beliefs. The Upanishads delve deeper into metaphysical concepts, exploring the nature of reality, the self, and ultimate truth. They emphasize knowledge and meditation as paths to liberation. The Puranas are rich collections of myths, legends, and genealogies of gods and heroes that make complex philosophies accessible through storytelling. These texts together form a vast and intricate tapestry, preserving the wisdom of Hinduism. Across millennia, they continue to inspire devotion, scholarship, and spiritual growth for millions worldwide. Dharma is a central concept in Hinduism, referring to the moral order, duty, and righteous living that sustains the universe and society. It guides individuals to act ethically according to their role, stage of life, and circumstances. Dharma is not rigid but flexible, balancing personal duties with the greater good. It encompasses truthfulness, compassion, respect for all beings, and the pursuit of justice. By following Dharma, one contributes to harmony in the world and progresses spiritually. The concept also recognizes that life is full of challenges and that fulfilling one's Dharma may require courage and sacrifice. Dharma connects human actions to cosmic laws, reminding us that living with integrity is essential for personal fulfillment and universal balance. It is both a personal and collective responsibility shaping the fabric of Hindu culture and spirituality. In Hindu philosophy, life is understood through four essential goals called the Purusharthas that guide human purpose and fulfillment. The first is Dharma, meaning duty and righteousness, which ensures ethical living and social harmony. Artha is the pursuit of wealth and prosperity, providing security and comfort necessary for life's demands. Kama represents desire, love, and pleasure, celebrating the joy found in relationships, art, and sensory experiences. Finally, Moksha stands for liberation, the ultimate goal of spiritual freedom from the cycle of birth and rebirth. These four aims balance material needs with spiritual growth, encouraging a holistic approach to life. By harmonizing Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha, individuals seek a meaningful existence that nurtures both worldly happiness and eternal peace. This framework remains a guiding light for millions, navigating the complexities of life. Bhakti, meaning devotion, is a powerful spiritual path within Hinduism, emphasizing love and personal connection to the divine. Unlike ritualistic or philosophical approaches, Bhakti focuses on heartfelt worship and surrender to a chosen deity, often through prayer, singing hymns, and storytelling. This path makes spirituality accessible to all, regardless of caste, gender, or background, uniting devotees through shared love and faith. Famous Bhakti saints like Mirabai and Tukaram express their devotion through poetry and music, inspiring countless followers. Bhakti teaches that by opening one's heart fully, divine grace flows freely, transforming the soul and dissolving ego. This intimate relationship with the gods brings peace, joy, and a sense of belonging, making Bhakti one of the most beloved and enduring traditions in Hindu spirituality. In Hindu mythology, animals hold deep symbolic meanings and are often seen as vehicles or companions of the gods. The cow, revered as a symbol of purity, fertility, and non-violence, represents the nurturing aspect of nature and the sacredness of life. The peacock, associated with the god Kartikeya, embodies beauty, pride, and protection. The snake or serpent is linked to Shiva and symbolizes the cyclical nature of time, immortality, and spiritual awakening. Elephants, especially the god Ganesh's form, represent wisdom, strength, and the removal of obstacles. These sacred animals bridge the natural and divine worlds, reminding devotees of the interconnectedness of all life. Their stories and images inspire respect for nature and the spiritual lessons found in the animal kingdom. Hinduism is filled with vibrant festivals that honor its many gods and goddesses, each celebration reflecting the unique attributes and stories of the deities. Festivals like Ganesh Chaturthi celebrate Lord Ganesh's birth, marking new beginnings and the removal of obstacles with joyous music, dance, and elaborate rituals. Navratri honors the goddess Durga in her various forms over 9 nights of fasting, prayer, and energetic dance called Garba. Janmashtami commemorates the birth of Krishna with devotional singing, fasting, and dramatic reenactments of his life. These festivals serve as powerful expressions of faith and community, bringing people together to connect with the divine through shared joy and reverence. They also keep ancient stories alive, allowing each generation to experience the gods' presence in meaningful and celebratory ways. Mantras are sacred sounds or phrases believed to carry spiritual power and divine energy in Hindu practice. The most famous mantra is Om, considered the primordial sound from which the universe was created. Chanting mantras during meditation or rituals helps focus the mind, purify the spirit, and connect with the divine presence. Each mantra is thought to vibrate at a frequency that can influence the body and mind, bringing healing, protection, and spiritual awakening. Mantras dedicated to specific deities invoke their blessings and presence, creating a sacred atmosphere in temples and homes. The repetition of mantras, known as japa, is a disciplined practice that cultivates devotion and mindfulness through sound. Hinduism reveals the profound belief that the universe is alive with vibration, and that sacred sounds can bridge the gap between the human and the divine. Astrology, or Jyotish, is an integral part of Hindu tradition that explores the influence of celestial bodies on human life and destiny. According to Hindu beliefs, the positions of stars and planets at the time of birth shape personality traits, life paths, and future events. Astrologers create detailed birth charts, or horoscopes, to guide individuals in making important decisions and understanding their karmic lessons. Festivals, rituals, and even daily activities are often planned according to auspicious timings called muhurta, aligning human actions with cosmic rhythms. Astrology reflects the Hindu view that the universe and human life are deeply interconnected, with celestial patterns mirroring spiritual truths. It offers insight into the delicate balance between fate and free will, encouraging harmony with cosmic forces for a balanced and fulfilling life. In Hindu belief, the soul, or Atman, is eternal, undergoing a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth known as samsara. This journey is influenced by karma, the accumulated actions and consequences from past lives. Each lifetime offers opportunities for learning, growth, and spiritual progress. The ultimate goal is moksha, liberation from the endless cycle of reincarnation, where the soul reunites with the divine and attains eternal peace. The path to liberation involves self-realization, ethical living, devotion, and meditation. Scriptures and teachings describe various stages of life and spiritual practices designed to purify the mind and awaken higher consciousness. This journey emphasizes that life is not random but purposeful, and every experience is a step toward awakening from illusion and embracing ultimate truth. In Hindu tradition, the guru, or spiritual teacher, holds a sacred and essential place, guiding seekers along the path to enlightenment. The guru imparts wisdom, knowledge, and personal experience, helping disciples overcome ignorance and attachment. Often regarded as a living embodiment of divine truth, the guru provides teachings tailored to the disciples' needs and stage of spiritual development. The relationship between guru and student is based on trust, humility, and devotion, creating a powerful dynamic for transformation. Through initiation mantras and guidance in meditation and rituals, the guru opens the door to deeper understanding and spiritual awakening. This role emphasizes that while scriptures offer knowledge, the personalized presence of a teacher is vital to navigating the inner journey and realizing one's true self. Sacred geometry and mandalas play a profound role in Hindu spirituality as visual representations of the universe and the divine order. Mandalas, intricate circular designs, symbolize wholeness, unity, and the cyclical nature of life. They serve as tools for meditation, guiding the mind toward inner balance and cosmic connection. Sacred geometry principles are reflected in temple architecture, yantras, mystical diagrams, and art, embodying mathematical harmony that mirrors the underlying structure of creation. These patterns invite devotees to experience the interconnectedness of all things and the divine blueprint that sustains existence. Through engagement with mandalas and sacred geometry, practitioners deepen their spiritual focus, harmonize their energies, and align with universal rhythms. This visual language transcends words, offering a sacred map for the soul's journey. Music and dance hold a vital place in Hindu worship, serving as expressions of devotion and pathways to divine connection. Classical dance forms like Bharatanatyam and Kathak tell stories from Hindu mythology, embodying the emotions and teachings of the gods and goddesses through intricate gestures and rhythms. Bhajans and kirtans, devotional songs, fill temples and homes with uplifting melodies that inspire collective participation and spiritual joy. These art forms are not merely entertainment, but sacred rituals that open the heart and mind to the divine presence. Through music and dance, devotees transcend ordinary experience, entering states of bliss and communion. They celebrate the cosmic rhythm that flows through all creation and invite worshippers to join the eternal dance of life. Hindu mythology continues to inspire and shape modern culture in profound ways. Its rich stories and symbols appear in literature, cinema, fashion, and visual arts both in India and around the world. Contemporary filmmakers adapt epics like the Ramayana and Mahabharata into movies and television series, introducing ancient narratives to new audiences. Hindu motifs influence graphic novels, video games, and even global pop culture, highlighting universal themes of heroism, morality, and spirituality. Yoga and meditation, rooted in Hindu tradition, have become worldwide practices promoting health and mindfulness. Additionally, Hindu festivals celebrated by diasporas bring vibrant cultural expression to multicultural societies. This enduring influence demonstrates the timeless appeal of Hindu mythology and its capacity to evolve while preserving deep spiritual truths that resonate across generations. The cosmic serpent is a powerful and recurring symbol in Hindu mythology, representing the eternal cycle of creation, destruction, and rebirth, known as Shesha or Ananta. This great serpent is said to float in the cosmic ocean, supporting the entire universe on its many hoods. Shesha serves as the bed for Lord Vishnu during his cosmic slumber between cycles of creation, symbolizing stability amid the endless flow of time and change. The serpent's coiled form represents infinity and the cyclical nature of life, death, and regeneration. Stories tell of its immense power, wisdom, and its role in balancing the cosmic forces. The image of the serpent also connects to Kundalini energy, believed to reside at the base of the spine and awaken spiritual consciousness when uncoiled. Through the cosmic serpent, Hindu mythology reveals deep truths about the interconnectedness of all existence and the dynamic rhythms that sustain the universe. The river Ganges, known as Ganga in Hinduism, holds unparalleled spiritual importance as both a physical and divine presence. It is revered not just as a life-giving river, but as a goddess who descended from the heavens to cleanse humanity's sins and purify souls. According to myth, Ganga flowed from Lord Shiva's matted hair, her descent carefully controlled to prevent destruction, symbolizing the delicate balance between power and compassion. Pilgrims travel from far and wide to bathe in her sacred waters, believing that immersion can wash away impurities and bring spiritual liberation. The river also supports countless rituals, cremations, and festivals, connecting the cycle of life and death. The Ganges embodies purity, renewal, and the continuous flow of life, serving as a timeless reminder of the sacredness that permeates the natural world and humanity's quest for transcendence. Hinduism has a rich history of oral transmission, where sacred texts were initially passed down through generations by word of mouth, before being written down. The Vedas, considered the oldest scriptures, were meticulously memorized and chanted by priests, preserving their exact wording and pronunciation. This oral tradition ensured the continuity and purity of knowledge over millennia despite the absence of early written records. Recitation of hymns, mantras, and stories created a living connection between the past and present, allowing spiritual wisdom to be experienced communally. The Puranas and epics like the Ramayana and Mahabharata were also shared orally in dramatic performances, making complex teachings accessible and memorable. This blend of oral and written traditions reflects Hinduism's deep respect for sound and memory as vessels of divine truth, maintaining its vibrant spiritual heritage across time and cultures. Maya is a central and profound concept in Hindu philosophy that describes the illusory nature of the world as perceived by human senses and mind. It suggests that the physical universe is not the ultimate reality, but a veil that hides the true, eternal essence of existence. Brahman, Maya, creates a world of duality, separation, and change, causing beings to identify with their limited self rather than their infinite divine nature. This illusion leads to attachment, suffering, and ignorance, trapping souls in the cycle of samsara. Understanding and transcending Maya through spiritual practice and wisdom is essential for liberation or moksha. By piercing this veil, seekers realize the unity of all life and the timeless truth beyond appearances. Maya challenges us to look deeper than surface realities and awaken to the divine presence that pervades all things. The Trimurti represents the three primary aspects of the divine in Hinduism: Brahma the creator, Vishnu the preserver, and Shiva the destroyer. Together they embody the cosmic functions of creation, preservation, and destruction, which sustain the universe's continuous cycle. Brahma is credited with the creation of all life and the material world, though he is less commonly worshipped. In modern times, Vishnu maintains cosmic order and intervenes in worldly affairs through his avatars like Rama and Krishna to protect righteousness. Shiva's role as the destroyer is not merely about annihilation, but about transformation, clearing the old to make way for new growth. The Trimurti symbolize is the interconnectedness of these forces and the balance necessary for the universe's harmony. Devotees honor different aspects depending on their spiritual focus, but together the Trimurti captures the vastness and unity of divine power in Hindu belief. Hanuman, the monkey god, is one of the most beloved figures in Hindu mythology, known for his unwavering devotion, immense strength, and courage. As a devoted servant of Lord Rama, Hanuman plays a crucial role in the Ramayana, helping rescue Sita from the demon king Ravana. His stories emphasize loyalty, selfless service, and the power of faith to overcome any obstacle. Hanuman's ability to fly, change size, and wield supernatural strength symbolizes the limitless potential within all beings. When aligned with divine will, devotees pray to Hanuman for protection, perseverance, and spiritual energy. His character teaches that true power comes from humility and devotion rather than arrogance. Hanuman remains a symbol of hope and inspiration, reminding worshippers that with faith, they can face life's challenges fearlessly. Sacred symbols hold profound significance in Hinduism, serving as visual representations of deep spiritual truths and cosmic principles. The Om symbol is perhaps the most sacred sound and icon, representing the primordial vibration of the universe and the unity of all existence. Chanting Om is believed to align practitioners with the divine energy that pervades everything. The swastika, an ancient symbol of good fortune and auspiciousness, embodies the eternal cycle of life, the sun's movement, and spiritual prosperity. Often seen on temples, homes, and religious artifacts, these symbols create a sacred space and invoke divine blessings. They connect devotees to the eternal rhythms of the cosmos and serve as reminders of the presence of the divine in everyday life. Understanding and honoring these symbols deepens one's spiritual practice and awareness. Pilgrimage, or Tirtha Yatra, holds a sacred place in Hindu tradition as a journey undertaken to holy sites to seek spiritual merit, purification, and divine blessings. These journeys connect devotees physically and spiritually to the divine and the vast tapestry of Hindu history and mythology. Sacred rivers like the Ganges, temples such as Varanasi and Rameswaram, and mountain shrines like Kedarnath are popular pilgrimage destinations where rituals, prayers, and festivals reinforce faith and community bonds. Pilgrimage symbolizes the soul's journey toward liberation, reflecting inner transformation as much as outer travel. The act of undertaking hardships, walking great distances, and participating in sacred ceremonies fosters humility, devotion, and spiritual renewal. Pilgrimage remains a vibrant and enduring practice that enriches Hindu spiritual life. Across generations, Atman, often described as the individual soul or self, is the eternal essence that resides within every living being according to Hindu philosophy. It is pure consciousness untouched by the physical body or mind. Brahman, on the other hand, is the ultimate, infinite reality that pervades all existence, the source and foundation of everything. The core teaching of many Hindu traditions is that Atman and Brahman are fundamentally one and the same, though obscured by ignorance and illusion. Realizing this unity is the highest spiritual goal, leading to liberation or moksha. This realization reveals that the individual self is not separate, but an inseparable part of the cosmic whole. Understanding Atman and Brahman invites seekers to transcend ego and experience boundless peace, unity, and bliss beyond worldly dualities. Meditation and self-inquiry are vital spiritual practices in Hinduism aimed at realizing the true nature of the self or Atman. Meditation involves calming the mind through focused attention on the breath, mantras, or divine forms, creating inner stillness that reveals deeper layers of consciousness. Self-inquiry, popularized by sages like Ramana Maharshi, encourages seekers to question the nature of the I or ego, peeling away false identifications with the body and mind. These practices help dissolve illusions created by Maya and bring clarity to the unity between Atman and Brahman. Through persistent contemplation and inner observation, practitioners cultivate wisdom and detachment, transcending worldly attachments and suffering. Meditation and self-inquiry guide the spiritual journey from ignorance to enlightenment, empowering individuals to experience their divine essence directly. Hindu philosophy has profoundly influenced global spirituality by introducing concepts such as karma, reincarnation, yoga, and meditation to diverse cultures worldwide. These ideas have found resonance beyond India, shaping New Age movements, mindfulness practices, and holistic wellness approaches. The teachings of non-duality, compassion, and the interconnectedness of all life have inspired spiritual seekers to look beyond religious boundaries and explore universal truths. Figures like Swami Vivekananda and Paramahansa Yogananda played key roles in bringing Hindu thought to the West, fostering cross-cultural dialogue and spiritual exploration. Hindu philosophy's emphasis on personal experience and inner transformation offers timeless wisdom that continues to enrich contemporary spiritual practices and promote global harmony. Rituals and ceremonies are integral to Hindu life, serving as expressions of faith, tools for spiritual growth, and means to connect with the divine. From daily puja worship performed at home altars to elaborate temple festivals, these practices create sacred moments that sanctify time and space. Rituals mark important life stages such as birth, marriage, and death, providing structure and meaning through symbols, prayers, and offerings. Ceremonies often involve chanting mantras, lighting lamps, and making offerings to gods and ancestors, inviting blessings and purification. Beyond external actions, rituals cultivate mindfulness and devotion, reinforcing values like gratitude, humility, and community. They embody the rhythm of cosmic cycles and invite participants to align with divine energies. Through rituals and ceremonies, Hinduism weaves spirituality into the fabric of everyday life, nurturing a continual awareness of the sacred. Hinduism is remarkably diverse, with practices and beliefs varying widely across different regions, communities, and cultural backgrounds. While sharing core scriptures and philosophies, local traditions have shaped distinct rituals, festivals, languages, and forms of worship. In southern India, temples often feature elaborate Dravidian architecture and emphasize devotion to deities like Shiva and Vishnu in specific avatars. Northern India sees a strong presence of devotional bhakti movements focusing on Krishna and Rama. Tribal and folk Hinduism integrates nature worship, animism, and ancestral reverence, blending seamlessly with classical Hindu beliefs. This diversity reflects Hinduism's adaptability and inclusiveness, allowing it to embrace a vast spectrum of spiritual expressions. Despite differences, Hindu communities share a common thread of reverence for the divine, respect for dharma, and the pursuit of moksha, creating a rich mosaic of faith and culture. Language and chanting hold a sacred role in Hindu worship, serving as powerful vehicles for spiritual connection and transformation. Sanskrit, the ancient liturgical language of Hinduism, is revered for its precise sounds and vibrations believed to carry divine energy. Many mantras, hymns, and scriptures are chanted in Sanskrit, enhancing their spiritual potency and aiding meditation. Chanting creates a rhythmic and repetitive focus that calms the mind, opens the heart, and fosters devotion. It also unites communities during rituals and festivals, creating a shared sacred experience. Beyond Sanskrit, regional languages and dialects are also embraced, reflecting Hinduism's inclusivity and adaptability. The oral tradition of chanting preserves ancient wisdom and bridges generations, making the divine accessible through sound and word. Women hold significant and multifaceted roles in Hindu mythology and spirituality, embodying strength, wisdom, and divine power. Goddesses like Saraswati, Lakshmi, and Parvati represent knowledge, prosperity, and transformative energy respectively, highlighting the essential feminine aspects of the cosmos. Many myths celebrate female courage and compassion, such as the bravery of Draupadi in the Mahabharata and the devotion of Sita in the Ramayana. Women are also revered as embodiments of Shakti, the creative life force that energizes the universe. In spiritual practice, female saints and gurus have contributed profound teachings and inspired countless devotees. Despite historical challenges, the sacred feminine remains central to Hindu thought, offering balance and reminding all of the divine presence within every being regardless of gender. The stories and roles of women emphasize the power of devotion, resilience, and spiritual awakening. Temples in Hinduism are far more than places of worship. They are vibrant centers of spiritual energy, culture, and community life. Architecturally designed to represent the cosmic universe, temples serve as the earthly abode of the divine, where devotees come to offer prayers, participate in rituals, and seek blessings. They are hubs for festivals, music, dance, and learning, nurturing both individual devotion and collective harmony. The temple's sacred geometry and iconography guide worshippers in their spiritual journey, creating an environment conducive to meditation and divine communion. Temples also preserve ancient traditions and serve as custodians of art, philosophy, and social values. By bringing people together, they foster a sense of belonging and continuity, reinforcing the living presence of Hindu spirituality in everyday life. Karma, meaning action or deed, is a fundamental principle in Hinduism that explains how every action has consequences influencing one's present and future lives. It operates as a moral law of cause and effect, where positive actions lead to beneficial results and negative actions bring challenges or suffering. Karma shapes the circumstances of birth, health, wealth, relationships, and spiritual opportunities, weaving a complex tapestry of cause and consequence across lifetimes. This concept encourages ethical living, compassion, and personal responsibility, emphasizing that individuals hold power over their destiny through choices. Karma also connects to the cycle of samsara, affecting the soul's journey through reincarnation until liberation or moksha is achieved. Understanding karma inspires seekers to act with awareness and kindness, fostering growth and progress on the spiritual path. Meditation is a crucial practice in Hinduism for transcending the effects of karma and advancing on the spiritual path toward liberation. By cultivating mindfulness and deep inner awareness, meditation helps individuals observe their thoughts, desires, and actions with clarity, reducing attachment and harmful impulses that generate negative karma. Regular meditation purifies the mind and heart, enabling the practitioner to act from higher consciousness rather than reactive patterns. It also facilitates self-realization, allowing one to understand the true nature of the self beyond body and ego, which is unaffected by karmic cycles. Through meditation, seekers gain the strength to break free from past conditioning and cultivate virtues such as compassion, patience, and equanimity. Ultimately, meditation empowers individuals to dissolve karmic bonds and move closer to moksha, the release from the cycle of birth and rebirth. Reincarnation, or samsara, is the belief that the soul undergoes a continuous cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. In Hinduism, this cycle is influenced by karma, where the actions and intentions of previous lives shape the circumstances of the present and future existences. Reincarnation offers an explanation for life's inequalities and challenges, framing them as opportunities for growth and learning across multiple lifetimes. It instills hope for spiritual progress and ultimate liberation through repeated chances to overcome ignorance and attachment. Culturally, reincarnation influences Hindu rituals, mourning practices, and ethical conduct, encouraging respect for all life as part of an ongoing journey. This belief shapes a worldview that emphasizes continuity, responsibility, and the transformative potential of every experience on the soul's path to moksha. Yoga is a multifaceted spiritual discipline in Hinduism designed to unite the individual self with the universal consciousness. Beyond physical postures, yoga encompasses ethical principles, breath control, meditation, and devotional practices that cultivate harmony of body, mind, and spirit. The classical paths of yoga include karma yoga, selfless action; bhakti yoga, Devotion, Jnana Yoga knowledge, and Raja Yoga meditation, each offering a unique approach to spiritual growth. Yoga's ultimate aim is to transcend the limitations of the ego and experience oneness with Brahman, leading to liberation or moksha. It is both a practical method for daily living and a profound philosophy addressing the nature of reality and consciousness. Through disciplined practice, yoga empowers individuals to overcome suffering, awaken inner wisdom, and live in alignment with their highest self. Pilgrimage in Hinduism is more than a physical journey. It is a profound spiritual practice that deepens faith and transforms the soul. Traveling to sacred sites like Varanasi, Rishikesh, and the Chardam connects devotees to the divine energy believed to reside in these places. The hardships and rituals involved in pilgrimage symbolize the inner journey of purification, surrender, and self-discovery. Pilgrims often engage in fasting, prayer, and acts of charity, reinforcing humility and devotion. The communal aspect of pilgrimage fosters a sense of unity and shared spiritual purpose among participants. By stepping away from daily life and immersing themselves in sacred surroundings, devotees open their hearts and minds to divine grace, gaining insight, healing, and renewed commitment to their spiritual path. Karma Yoga, the yoga of selfless action, emphasizes performing one's duties without attachment to the results. It teaches that actions done with pure intentions and without selfish desire purify the mind and reduce the accumulation of negative karma. By dedicating all work to the divine, practitioners transform everyday activities into spiritual offerings, fostering humility, compassion, and detachment. Karma Yoga encourages individuals to serve others and contribute to society, while maintaining inner equanimity regardless of success or failure. This path integrates spirituality into daily life, showing that enlightenment is accessible through mindful and ethical action. Ultimately, Karma Yoga helps dissolve the ego and aligns the practitioner with the cosmic order, leading toward liberation. Bhakti Yoga, the path of love and devotion, is one of the most accessible and widely practiced spiritual paths in Hinduism. It centers on cultivating a deep, personal relationship with a chosen deity through prayer, singing, chanting, and rituals. This path emphasizes surrender, humility, and unconditional love as means to dissolve the ego and experience divine presence. In everyday life, bhakti transcends caste, gender, and social barriers, welcoming all who seek to connect with the divine through heartfelt devotion. Stories of saints and devotees illustrate the transformative power of love to overcome fear, doubt, and suffering. Bhakti Yoga nurtures joy, compassion, and inner peace, guiding practitioners toward union with the divine and ultimate liberation. Jnana Yoga, the path of knowledge and wisdom, is focused on intellectual inquiry and self-realization to transcend ignorance and discover the true nature of the self. Through study of scriptures, meditation, and deep contemplation, practitioners seek to distinguish the eternal Atman from the temporary ego and physical world. This path challenges assumptions about reality and encourages a direct experience of unity with Brahman, the ultimate reality. Jnana Yoga requires intense discipline and discernment as seekers question the nature of existence, suffering, and consciousness. While demanding, it offers profound insight and freedom by dissolving illusions and attachments. Jnana Yoga highlights the power of awareness and understanding as vehicles for spiritual liberation and inner peace. Hindu mythology remains a vibrant and influential force in contemporary India and across the world, shaping cultural identity, arts, and spirituality. These ancient stories continue to inspire literature, theater, cinema, and visual arts, preserving timeless lessons of morality, heroism, and the divine. Festivals based on mythological events unite communities in celebration and reinforce shared heritage. Hindu mythology also informs modern spiritual practices and philosophical discussions, bridging ancient wisdom with contemporary issues. Globally, its symbols and teachings influence yoga, meditation, and holistic lifestyles embraced by diverse cultures. This enduring legacy reflects the dynamic nature of Hinduism as a living tradition that honors the past while evolving with the present, offering profound meaning and connection for millions today.